Welcome back to the Crochet Crowd. So, my friends at yarnspirations.com. I'm your host, Mikey. You've got a fun little Christmas festive blanket for you today. It's called the Snowflake Throw. This is using Tapestry Crochet, but I'm also going to show you interlocking crochet. So I decided to go with this with the interlocking format instead. And so I'm going to show you the way that Jessie, the original designer, has you doing it. And I'm also going to show you my method in order to keep the lines more clear. So that's something that you can decide for yourself. This is what the back will look like if you do it in my method. Almost looks like the top of a stove top on one of those older coil stoves. So let's begin, and you're going to need your Red Heart Super Saver. The whole pattern is available here, but I also have an additional downloadable that is free, and you can download it on my site by seeing the video description, and let me show you that next. For myself, for clarity, I came up with the crochet diagrams that match Jessie's pattern just for the square itself, because it's a little confusing when you're going to follow the instructions. The instructions are technically accurate, so there's nothing wrong with them. I just wanted to visually see all the steps as it builds out, so you have all the steps that you see and all the round numbers to get yourself to there, and then eventually it turns into a square. So as you're working through this, you're going to be using 2 yarns at one time, and it's actually really quite easy. And I've done several actually so far, even though you just saw 2 on camera. I've got more upstairs, and these are really quite easy to make. So let's begin and start our journey with a 6mm size J crochet hook and Red Heart Super Saver in any colors that you wish. Let's begin by creating a slip knot with the color that you want the snowflake to be. In my case, it'll be white. So if you don't want a white snowflake, use something else. So you're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and slip stitch to the beginning chain and yarn over, pull through. And this is the starting ring of your center of your snowflake square. Let's begin round number 1. Round number 1, we're going to chain 3, and then you're going to put 11 double crochets into the center of the ring, go right up over top of the straggler, and let's count out those 11 together. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Confirm that you have 12 before moving on. Okay, so we'll count your posts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, I have an extra one. Let me check again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Once you have that done, you're just going to slip stitch to the top of the first chain 3, and you're just going to pull through and pull a large loop. Now this is considered the top layer, so whenever you're done with this yarn and you're holding it, make sure it stays to the front side of the project as you begin. And now we're going to move on to round number 2. Round number 2, with any color that you would like the main block to be, you're going to go to the stitch after the join. Okay, so right on the top of here, and you're just going to join it in with the slip stitch to hold it, and then chain 3, and go right up over top of the straggler as well, and go right into the same stitch and double crochet 2 more times. Okay, now throw this to the back. You'll have to secure that with a tapestry needle later. You're now going to chain 1, skip the next double crochet, and go to the second one over and put in 3 double crochet. And you're going to do this repeating all the way around, and you'll see 6 of these groups of 3 by the time you get around. Okay, so chain 3, skip 1, and then 3 into the next. Please do this all the way around for round number 2, and I'll be right back in a moment. When you're coming around, you're just going to continue. So you're going to be into this stitch right here, so skipping 1, and you're going to put your 3 double crochet in. So 1, 2, and 3. Now, before you do anything, see this yarn here, put it in the front side. Okay, so don't leave it behind. And you're going to chain 1, and you're going to join it to the top of the first chain 3. This coloring is called the bottom layer. So pull up a large loop and let it just stay towards the back side. And before you move on, make sure that you can see 6 groups of 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now we're ready for number 3, and we're going to pick this loop up. Number 3, let's pull this loop back to the hook again, and let's start number 3. So you're gonna find that when you're doing the snowflake stuff, it's actually pretty quick, and you're gonna chain 4. So just ignore this color that's holding on the side or on the back. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And in the same one of the join, put in a double crochet. You're now going to chain 2 and just stay on the front of the project and go to the next open in the white, the open double crochet, and just put in a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. You can fold this back out of the way if it helps you. So chain 2, go to the next open white one, it's on the other side of this, and double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet. And I need you to do this all the way around, so don't forget to chain 2 between those and just keep filling those spaces in, and I'll be right back in a moment. So I'm coming around, you're gonna be able to, everything's in 6s, so you're gonna be able to see 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, chain 2, make sure the second color stays behind, and just go to the third chain up of the beginning chain 4 and slip stitch, pull up a loop, and let it stay to the front side of the work. Now, you're going to just pick up the other one, you're gonna pull it back to the hook, and we're gonna start round number 4. In round number 4, I'm going to show you the difference between Jessie's version and what I'm going to suggest, and you can decide to do either or, whatever works for you. Hers is tapestry kind of concept, and mine is interlocking. Either way, you're going to start and you're going to chain 3. That'll count as your double crochet. You were either going to pin this back, and do you see the 3 double crochets here? This chain 3 is the first one. You're going to have another one and another one. And so Jessie's version is telling you to go into here, but she wants you to lock this with it. So she wants you to just go in and trap that chain with it. And you're going to put 2 double crochet. And then you're going to go to the next one and go in behind this piece. Okay, so the first one's behind, this one traps it, and then you're going to carry on. So I'm going to show you again. So chain 2, and let's do the next one. So you have 3 there. The first one, just double crochet into that directly. And then this one here, just push it back and just put 2 double crochets, trapping this white piece into position. Like that. And then you're going to double crochet the next. And then you'll chain 2 and keep doing that around. So I'm going to show you the other version that I did, and maybe it will be inspiring for you as well. So I'm going to pull back out and show you what I did differently, and we'll go right back to the start. I'll be right back. For the interlocking concept, which is what I'm going to do for the remaining, if you want to pin it back like Jessie did, then please do so. You'll find the lines are cleaner on the interlocking, but you can decide what works for you. Chain 3, so that doesn't change. And the next double crochet that's right here, I want you to wrap the hook and push this back completely behind and just only grab the middle one. It gets easier in the further rounds to be able to do that. So you just grab it and put 2 double crochet into that piece, and that puts that white piece in behind completely and not under the stitches. The next stitch, the double crochet is right here, and you're still gonna jump behind and double crochet. Chain 2, so come to the first one, go in behind, and then the next one is the next one right here. So wrap the hook, push this back, just kind of peel it, and just get the middle one and use your hook to pull it forward and put 2 double crochet in there. Once you pull it the first time, it's pretty much there in the middle. And then go into the next one from behind. This is interlocking. So then chain 2 and keep doing that around. So either do it Jessie's way or this way, and both ways are acceptable. And I will see you at the end of the round in just a moment. So I'm coming back around, you will see 6 groups. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm missing a group. So keep this in front of the work. Okay, so I've already chained 2, so I'm going to do the next one in behind. And then the next one is the middle. And I'm just going to pull that forward. Again, you can go right up over it if you prefer Jessie's method. So I'm coming back around, and here's where I started the white, so make sure that you're getting the last space in. So I'm just going to do the middle, just peeling it forward. And make sure that white stays out of the way but in front of the project. Okay, so just use their hands, just keeping it in front, and then doing your next double crochet in behind. If you trap that in behind, it's not going to be in the right position for the next round. And then you're going to chain 2 and join to the top of the first chain 3. This is the the bottom layer, so just pull up a loop and let it hold, and then pull this one back in, and we're moving on to your next round. And let's begin that next. For the 5th round here, we are going to slip stitch just into the white, so keep this behind, and you are just going to just slip stitch over to get yourself into the center of that and chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's your double crochet in a chain 1 space, and in the same space just double crochet again. You're only focused on the white areas, so you're going to chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Come to the white exactly in the same positioning, just right in the center. Stay away from the blue, just keep in front. So double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and then chain 4 to jump around. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and coming again. So please do this all the way around for number 5. So coming around, this is a pretty quick round, so you'll chain 4, and then you'll just join it to the 3rd chain up. Stay in the front side, so you can see that this layer just completely rests in front, and it's the back layer that will pull it backward. So join it to the 3rd one, pull up a loop, and leave it in the front of your work, and then turn it over a little bit more, put this one back on, and we're moving on to your next round. Next round, number 6. Chain up 3, that's your first double crochet. And now we're going to do exactly what I just showed you before. So what we have here is we have 2 of these here, and each of those 2 are going to get a double crochet. So if you do it Jessie's way, you are just going to push this up and trap it and put 2 double crochet in. This is what you're seeing on the model sample of the white kind of peeking through the stitches. And then 2 double crochet in the next. And then the next one, you gotta peel this forward and get the double crochet that's here in behind. So if you wanna do it that way, great. And if you wanna continue to do it my way, watch. We're gonna just start fresh again and chain 3. So I'm going to just peel this backward out of the way towards the back and just pick off the first double crochet that's there and put 2 in there. And then you do the next one. Once you peel it back, it's just really easy to see it. So 2 into that one as well. And then the next one is in behind. So just move this forward. You see it right there and double crochet. So on this round, you're going to chain 2 between them and start the next one. Make sure that this doesn't impact your stitches. Don't trap it underneath anything. So just double crochet the next one, peel back, and put 2 double crochet in. And 2 into the next. And then shift that white forward so you can see it and just turn it. And double crochet in the next. And then chain 2 to continue on to the next. Please do this all the way around. This is round number 6. Coming all the way around, just ignore this. Make sure it stays in the front and just peeling this back. So I'm interested to know whether you did the interlocking or the tapestry. Tapestry was the original way. The interlocking is what I'm just doing as a separate option for you. So let me know in the comments what one you preferred. And then peel this forward, So keep this white in front. If you trap it in behind, you'll know pretty quickly. And then you'll have to frog it, to mean to rip it out, and reset it. So chain 2 and join to the top of the chain 3. Okay, pull a loop, and let's get this back on. You're gonna notice this will buckle a little bit. It will stop buckling later. So just keep trusting in the pattern. Let's move on to round number 7. Round number 7, we need to get to the chain 1 space. So we're just gonna slip stitch over and stay on the front side of the work again and chain 4. And double crochet into that same space. To jump to the next one now, it's chaining of 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come into the space. So double crochet, chain 1 and double crochet. And then chain 6. Okay, coming right there. Double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. So please do this all the way around for number 7. So coming around, I have my chain 6 attached to the 3rd chain up of the beginning chain 4. Pull up a loop and let it rest in the front and grab the other one in behind. And we're going to move on to round number 8 with the back coloring there. So let's begin number 8. Number 8, you're going to chain 3 and then push this back. So either do it Jessie's way of the tapestry or my way of the interlocking. You've decided by this point. See the 4 middle ones that are here? Each one of the 4 is going to just have 1 double crochet into each one. So there's 4 in a row. And then the next one is in behind. So just move this in front and get the last one and double crochet behind, and that will lock it. To move around, you are going to now chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then jump to the first one right here, double crochet and behind, and then push this back and do the next 4 in the front side. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. And there's one more, just push this in front and it's right there, and go on the other side of it on the back, and that will lock it together. And then you got to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and do this all the way around. And I'll see you at the end of the round number 8 in a moment. So I'm coming around, you can see it almost looks like a TP, that's fine. Or something like that. It will flatten out as it gets more. So I got the 4 in the front, the 5th one is in behind here. Don't interfere with the white, just pull it in the front and get the last one in behind. And then chain 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and slip stitch to there. And then we're going to grab the white up, and this will be the last round for the white. So pull that in, and we're moving on to your next row, our round right now. The 9th round is our last round of using white. So after this, we'll have to get rid of it. We're going to slip stitch to the center and chain 3 and double crochet immediately into this one here. So there's going to be in these 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet. So we chain 1 and put 2 more double crochet in there. So technically we've just been putting a V stitch in there, but now there's going to be 2, 1, and 2. To jump to the next one, you are going to chain 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come to your next white one over here. Just stay on the front side of the work and just put 2 double crochet to start, chain 1, and 2 double crochet again. And then chain 6 to jump. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So then jump then to here and do that. So 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet. I'm coming up on the end of number 9, and I'm just going to slip stitch to the top of the first chain 3. This is the end of your white, so you just can trim it and you can just secure it in later. Number 10 is the hardest round of them all, and so I'm just going to push this in. We're going to grab this yarn here, and I'm going to take it to my diagram that I created because that's why I did the diagram in the first place. Let's begin that next. So here's my crochet diagram, and where we're going to start is right here. We're going to chain 3. So every stitch is going to get something. So if it's a double crochet, it's going to get a stitch. If it's a chain 1 space that is here with the white that you see within the pattern, that's also its own stitch. So you just have to keep an eye on those, which may throw you off. There is a balance point that is really easy to remember once you get moving on this thing. So after you get your corners, you're going to notice that this corner here is different from this corner over here. This corner here is over 2 stitches, so 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet into the next. This one here is within a chain 1 space of the white. I know it's hard to see on this diagram, but that's where it is. So it's 2 trebles, chain 2, and 2 doubles into the same one. And this is why it feels out of balance. But once you do this, you'll see how everything will work out. So everything is, once you get these trebles in, you have 1 treble after a corner. You'll always have 2 doubles. You'll always have 2 halves. You'll always have 5 single crochet, always 2 halves, 2 doubles, and 1 treble before the next corner. So you just got to watch these corners here, and it's kind of easy to tell. So the repeating of the instruction itself is actually in half like this. So once you do the instruction and it says to repeat, you're doing the second half like that. Let's begin and let's give this a try. So right now we're sitting on top of the chain 3. So what I want you to do is that I want you to peel this back and just go into that chain 3 on this side and pushing this in behind. If you like to go over top of it like she's done, then you can decide to do that. So I'm going to slip stitch to put this in behind like this. We're now going to begin chain 3, which is your first double crochet. And in the next one here, do you see how there's 4 in a row? The next one is going to be a treble all by itself. And then the next 2 here is part of the corner. So you do the first half first with 2 trebles into the same stitch. Chain 2. And in the next one right here is 2 trebles again. Okay, so the corner does not share the same stitch below. So the next one is going to be 1 treble by itself. And this one here, okay, that's still part of the blue. Normally we've been going in behind, but just make it do a peekaboo coming forward and just put that as a double crochet. Jumping onto the white right here, this is going to be the next double crochet. In the white here, half double crochet. In the chain 1 space of the white, it's the other half double crochet. And now we have to do 5 single crochets in a row. So we have 2 of the white here. So we'll make 1, 2, and push this forward, okay? And normally it's been in behind the whole time, and you get the first one right here, and that's going to be number 3. And the next one for the blue, 4, and 5. And now we're going to start getting bigger again. So 2 halves in a row. So we have stay on the blue. The next one is a double crochet. Okay, so that was, I had to pull that forward. The next one on the white is a double crochet. And then here, the next one, the white, is a treble. And this corner shares the same chain 1 spot. So there's going to be 2 trebles, chain 2, 2 trebles, all within the same spot. Okay, so we've just officially done a portion of the one side. We've done a complete one side, and then we just continue along. The first one kind of gets buried here, so just push this back to access the first stitch, and that one's going to be the next treble by itself. So all the sides are the same. It's just where its positioning is slightly different. So you just got to watch where every stitch is. So the next one is a double crochet, and then pop this one through and get the first one right here, and that's also a double crochet. The next two are half double crochet. And then how many single crochet happens? Did you say 5? That's the right answer. So we start with the next one. So we do 1, 2, 3, and you're out of the blue. So you have to jump to the white next. This is 4 and 5. And in the chain one space, it's the first half double crochet. The next one is the next half double crochet, and then double crochet, and then pull the blue forward. And the next one is a double crochet. So this corner here will match the look. So the next one has to be one treble by itself. And then over the next two, which is the center, see the 4 there? It's the center 2. You start with 2 trebles into the first one. Chain 2, and then in the next one here, 2 more treble. One treble into the next. And keep going. So how many doubles in a row? Did you say 2? So you got this one here, and you're out of blue, so you have to jump to the white. So this is the second double there. The next one has to be a half, and the space has to be a half, so there's 2 of those. And then how many singles? Did you say 5? So the next 2 are single each, so 1 and 2. Push the blue forward. This is 3, 4, and 5. How many halves? That's right, there's 2. So 2 in a row. And then the next 2 are doubles. So we got the first one, but we're now out of blue, so we have to use this one. And this one before the corner is a treble by itself. And then right into this chain one space is the same as we did over here. So it'll be 2 trebles, chain 2, 2 trebles. So we're going to come along this side. So just push this white in behind, and you're going to secure it in behind later. So you're going to start, just pull this aside so you can access the first one. If you're missing stitches, chances are it's right here that you're skipping over, because that's what I did. So the next one has to be 1 treble by itself. And then the next 2 are double crochet. So we have 1, and you're out of stitches, so just pull the blue up. And this is number 2. 2 half double crochets are next. Okay, how many singles? You have 5. So we have 1, 2, 3. You're out of stitches, so you have to jump here. 4 and 5. The chain one space is 1 half, and the next one is 1 half, and if your stitch counts are right, the stitch before the last one is 1 double, because you started with the chain 3, which equals to double on this side. And then you're just going to slip stitch there and this round is complete. So you've now just secured everything into position. It looks a little wonky, but keep on going. And we're gonna do one more round, and this is what the back looks like, because somebody's gonna ask me. And let's do your final round, number 11. Number 11, just chain up 3 right where you are, and just put in 1 double crochet in each stitch, except for the corners. The corners, you'll put 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. So right in the corner, chain 2 space, 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochet. And then just keep moving around. So each stitch gets 1 double crochet in corner. So chain, or 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. Please do this all the way around, and we'll complete this in just a moment. So I'm coming around, and this is it. So round number 10 will feel alarming to you, but I can promise you that when you come around, just slip stitch and finish. But it gets easier the more squares that you do, because you start understanding the pattern on how things are working. And it's kind of difficult to go from the side, like a 12 to a 4 in this kind of format really easily. So this is the only way that can be done. So it's a great little design, and I think that you could have a lot of fun with something like this. And so you need a total of 9 of those for the particular pattern. And if you would like to make more and make a completely different shape blanket or size, then you can, just with these squares on their own.